out. We be doing things that we don't talk about. Don't say too much, keep a lock mouth. If they ask, we don't know what they talking about. We was just vibing, 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 we was just. Is you picking up what I'm putting down? They like cat on the back with another sound. Off of the left.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Some exciting news. You know, we're only a couple days away from the new year, which I'm really excited for. And I'm excited because I made a big change. Initially, I wasn't super excited about going into this new year because I feel like, what's there to really be excited about? Nothing in my life is really going to change that much. Everything's kind of staying the same. But then I, you know, as you guys know, because you guys watch my channel, you saw that I've been like looking for a new apartments over the last couple months and stuff. And then something came up. It wasn't even like in the area I desired to be in, but it was even more perfect than that because it was in an area that I love, where there's cool things I like to do, restaurants, cafes, all these things. And it's walking to those distances. Like right now I live in a decent area, but it's not like in that area. Do you know what I mean? And this new place too, it's kind of a dream apartment. It has like huge windows. It's a 1-bedroom. And you know, obviously what comes with that is the added price, right? So previously I would never let myself get a place like that because I just feel like I'm like a frugal guy. I love like being smart with money. I was raised that way. A single mom who like taught me to like always buy the cheapest version of stuff. I grew up hearing every single day that if I bought like a name brand version of something, it's like it was made in the same factory as like the no name version. So just always buy the no name version and stuff. So whenever I make like big purchases or do anything extravagant or luxurious or anything like that, I always hear my mom's voice in the back of my head telling me that it's like a really dumb decision and I should really just like be more frugal. But I don't know. Is that really the way to live? Because you kind of grow up. Yeah, you have a dream job. You have a dream apartment. You have a dream place you want to be. And we don't always accomplish our dreams. But when you can accomplish them and you're in the position to actually have them, why hold yourself back from that? And why, you know, stop yourself from getting that thing that you actually want, right? Isn't it so stupid that, let's say for me, for example, like I can afford this apartment, but there's so much barriers holding me back because I'm like, yo, my place is so cheap, like it's a super affordable and I'm saving money. Like it would be dumb to leave this place to move somewhere else, right? But why would it be dumb? You know what I mean? Like, what's the point of saving all your money and kind of like being like a miser? Or just like, you know, being the richest person in the graveyard, right? So I've been trying to like work on my mindset when it comes to money and how I see things and kind of just remember that money is a tool that can bring you happiness. Obviously, it sucks when you don't have enough money. I've been there too. Like last year, I was laid off for 6 months and I was like panicking about money because I was running out of it. But we also can't let fear dictate our life. You know, like when we don't have it, okay, of course, we got to be frugal, modest, like make things work. But if we're financially secure, if we're in a good situation now, if we budget, and that's a huge thing. If we budget, I didn't even have a budget, you guys. So like, I've been like watching a lot of YouTube videos about like personal finance and having a budget. And there's this guy called Ramit Sethi on YouTube. He's like a really famous personal finance author and YouTuber and stuff. But he talks about like, what is your rich life? Like you can have your dream rich life as long as you can afford it and you don't have to feel guilty about it. You don't have to feel shame about it, all these things. So yeah, those are kind of like the thoughts going through my head these days. I think I just ranted at you guys for like 5 minutes, but let me know in the comments down below if you guys relate to that or if you feel, what you guys think your relationship with money and how like your upbringing has impacted that. Like my parents are kind of like immigrant parents. So they've always been super modest and, you know, their upbringing was different and stuff. So yeah, it's different for everyone. But yeah, I'm gonna head to work today. All right, let's get to it.
Keep a lock mouth. If they ask, we don't know what they talking about. We was just vibing, 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 we was just. Is you picking up what I'm putting down? They like cat on the back with another sound. Off of the love of the game, I just wanna ball. What happened to a little ups? I do not recall. Can be sliding down the block, see me riding clean. But I don't pop out very often, this is like to see. I got a whole lot of motion, I keep my pockets green. I get it cracking, what's the actor, you know how it be. Pull up, hop out. We be doing things that we don't talk about. Don't say too much, keep a lock mouth. If they ask, we don't know what they talking about. We was just vibing, 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 we was just. I know how the real ones feel it. I don't wait around, I'm a real go-getter, no ills in a minute. I'm a certified winner, blowing bands at the store. I'm a certified spinner, tryna ball all summer, so I'm working all winter. You thought they did it the biggest, but watch how we do it bigger. They was popping for a minute.
Right now, I'm headed to work from the new neighborhood. I drove to the new neighborhood just so I could practice the commute of getting to work every day, to feel like what it's gonna be like. I'm so excited because like this place is closer to my job. The place has more space, it's better in a lot of different ways, it's more money, but I'm like, yo, whatever, because if you can never allow yourself to reach your goals, what's the point of having a goal? You know what I mean? Like I always dreamed about having a nice apartment, like with big windows and stuff. That's like a dream. A lot of people dream for that. And it's like, yeah, it's cool, right? If you can find it, you can find it, different cities, different prices, but technically, I'm able to afford that right now. I found a place that fits within my budget based off of my numbers and percentages of how much I should be spending. I can afford it. So it's like, why am I preventing myself from just doing something that I've always wanted to do when I can afford it? If you can't allow yourself or give yourself permission to actually just indulge, to accomplish your goals once you're there, what's the point of even having a dream or a goal? Because it's all about your mindset and like kind of things that we learn growing up from our parents. Anyways, I go off on rants way too much. But this is something I actually made the other day. I got invited to like a needle felting class by a friend, and I was like, what the hell is needle felting? But it's so much fun. I made it's like bacon, eggs, toast on it's all wool. It's made out of wool. And this is so much fun, and this looks kind of good, right? But people make like animals and like really detailed things like little heads and cats, and you might have seen it on Instagram, but people are really talented, and I had so much fun. This took so long to make, but it was really fulfilling and it was really exciting, and I loved it. Okay, maybe not really exciting, but it was the social element of talking to my friends, making it. We had some wine there, like it was really cool. So I don't know, maybe this will be a new hobby for me because I never really do arts and crafts and stuff. I'm really super focused on like, you know, work or like YouTube or just like going to the gym. But I think it is cool to turn your brain off sometimes and just work on an artistic project and, you know, have some music in the background. So maybe I'll pick up needle felting. I actually bought a kit for my family, and when I go back home for Christmas, I'm gonna we're all gonna like make it together. I'm like the corny person who like forces us to do fun stuff together because, you know, single mom, got my little siblings. I'm kind of like the corny dad vibe. So I'm going to make us do stuff like this. And then after that, we're going on vacation that I sponsored as a family. So I'm excited for that. And it's just, yeah, I'm happy I can do stuff like that for my family. Anyways, got to get to work with this new commute, which I don't mind because it's much faster and just to see what the vibes are like. So yeah, I'll see you guys later.
What happened to a little ups? I do not recall. Can be sliding down the block, see me riding clean, but I don't pop out very often. This is like to see. I got a whole lot of motion. I keep my pockets green. I get it cracking, that's the actor. You know how it be. Pull up, hop out. We be doing things that we don't talk about. Don't say too much. Keep a lock mouth. If they ask, we don't know what they talking about. We was just vibing, 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 we was just. I know how the real ones feel it. I don't wait around, I'm a real go-getter, no ills in a minute. I'm a set.
One thing that I do that I like to do that I started actually so long ago, it's crazy how much time flies, but in 2021 I started journaling pretty much every month. So not really every day, but let's say at least like 3 to like 6 journal entries every week, right? So there's going to be there's like a lot of notes from my life over the years, and I've actually been consistent. I have like 3-4 years of journal entries per month, and it's crazy. And it's not really like me like typing out how I feel today or what happened. It's kind of like random observations that I had, or like if I'm really pissed about something, or if like I had a really good day, I write down what happened so I can look back at like what pissed me off like last year around this time. Oh, like I can see trends in like my likes, my dislikes, and like patterns that I get into. Like, it's cool to see that. And also I kind of do it too. So if I have a really good day, I can be like, oh, what things contributed to that really good day? Like what made me really happy? And I'm like a Gemini. I'm not really into like all the signs too much, but low key, a little bit I am. And one of our problems is that we don't really know how we feel. We're like really empathetic to other people, and we can see all perspectives of stuff, and we're really flexible and open-minded. But the flaw of that is it kind of leaves us not being sure of like what we think. We have a hard time making decisions and stuff like that. So by like taking notes and journal entries over the years to see how I feel about things when they really affect me, either good or bad, I can have some objective evidence for like, okay, I keep hating this situation. Maybe I actually don't like this. So maybe like in the future, don't be so flexible with that. Maybe like just say you don't like that, or just don't do those things anymore. Same with what I like. I could be like not sure if I like something or scared to take this leap. But if I see that every time I did it, I didn't regret it, then I think that's like, okay, I actually like should take risks, because it's important to take risks, and it like really improves my life. I even have a tattoo with that, actually, because the first time when I was young, I did a big trip. I took a huge risk and it worked out amazingly. It was really hard, but I loved it, and it kind of made me the person that I am today. I moved to California when I was 22. Like in my last year of college, I was able to get all my classes online, and I just like I was so scared because I didn't know anyone in California, but I knew I wanted to be there. Like I just wanted a huge change, and it worked out so good. I ended up living there for about like 4.5, 5 years. And anyways, side tangent, but writing notes helps you identify sort of what you care about, what you want, especially for people who are not really sure about that. But yeah, if you guys have never journaled before, maybe think about doing it. It's really interesting to see how far you've come. It's cringy to see how you used to think about things. And also I'm like, wow, I used to think like that, or wow, like this was my biggest life problem back then. That's crazy. Because like, it's not even a big deal. Like, I can't believe this crap made you depressed for like 2 weeks. So it's just like really cool to be able to look back. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about life, is that, you know, we grow, we evolve. Sometimes we forget how far we've come because we compare ourselves to other people. We're like, oh, I don't have this. I don't have a flashy apartment. I'm still like at this job I don't like, like, but yo, that's crazy. You can't compare yourself to another person, because like, first of all, you don't really know what their life is like. And even if they have material stuff, you don't know if they're in a good financial situation. But other than that, it's like, yo, they didn't start where you started, man. Do you remember where you started? You started in the trenches, bro. Like, your shit was fucked up, and look at you now. Or like, you know, like even if it got worse, you know, but like look how far you've come, and if anything, look what you've learned and what you realized, right? So that's like one of the great things about growing up. I feel like if you're conscious about where you used to come from, you can be so proud of yourself, because you're like, damn, like I overcame this, I learned about that, I'm doing this. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Just gonna prepare for the rest of my trip and clean up my place a little bit, because yeah, packing like really overwhelms me. So the idea that I need to really like pack up my whole place in the next couple of weeks is kind of scary. I move when I come back. So after my trip, I'm gonna come back, and then I'm gonna move, and I'm gonna have a new apartment. And of course, you know, your boy's gonna drop the tour video, the home tour video, because I gotta drop it. Let's be real. But yeah, excited for that. So let me keep it moving and get back to work.
We be doing things that we don't talk about. Don't say too much. Keep a locked mouth. If they ask, we don't know what they talking about. We was just vibing. 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 We was just. I know how the real ones feel it. I don't wait around, I'm a real go-getter, no ills in a minute. I'm a certified winner, blowing bands at the store. I'm a certified spinner, tryna ball all summer, so I'm working all winter. You thought they did it the biggest, but watch how we do it bigger. They was popping for a minute, but they blew it, go figure. But they stay hot, I'ma keep on